So in this video, I'm outfitting my CNC machine with work clamping features so that I don't always have to rely on my vacuum table for work holding. I have a vacuum blower on my CNC machine, but the vacuum blower is insanely loud. It also sucks a lot of power and isn't always effective at holding the workpiece down. Cue failure clip. So I wanted to come up with a set of clamping solutions that meet my various needs while still being out of the way so that if I do want to use my vacuum table, I can still use it. The first obvious candidate for work holding was the T-slots that already exist on the two ends of my machine. I bought some long T-slot bolts and some 1/4-20 knobs to go with them. I have links for these down below. Any other time I have links in this video, you will see a pop-up down here as a reminder. I grabbed some scrap 1x2 furring strips, drilled a hole for the 1/4-inch bolts, and added a notch at one end. I later decided that this notch really isn't necessary, but I already had committed to it on these parts, so I just kept going with it. So now I can clamp full sheets of wood from the two ends using these 4 clamps. It's easy, reliable, and I don't really have to worry about it. So that works well for big sheets, but I also need a solution for smaller pieces. I decided to go with these threaded inserts that I would then need to install into my spoil board. I don't want to perforate my entire spoil board with these things, so I set up a strategic grid to have them spaced for my expected set of workpiece sizes. Some are close together and others are spaced further out. I need these to go fairly deep into my spoil board since they are 20 millimeters long, and I want them inset enough to leave clearance for the cutting bit after they're installed so that I can still cut into my spoil board a little bit. And that's where I hit my first problem. The 1/4-inch bit that I normally use isn't actually long enough to reach all the way to the depth that I needed to go to cut into the spoil board. I was going to hit my Z end stop on my machine before I reached the proper depth. I considered sliding my spindle down a little further on my Z axis, but then I would have to retram the machine and it would cost me a little bit of Z clearance, so I decided I didn't really want to do that. I casually went back to Amazon and found that Amana Tool makes this exact bit that I have been using in an extra long version. Yes! It was perfect and meant less work for me. I set up the cut in CamBam and decided to run a test cut on some particle board. It was also a good time to capture a sweet slowie. And that was just a bogus slowie, so this is the actual slowie of the day. Time to put an insert in for a test. Yep, that's exactly what I was looking for. Time for the real cut. I cleaned out the holes with a vacuum and painted the bottom of the holes to help seal the spoil board so I'm not bypassing vacuum table air through these holes when I'm actually using the vacuum table. I used some Gorilla Glue in the hole and on the insert to help lock the insert in. Then it was a rinse and repeat exercise to get the 25 inserts installed. I have the inserts and the T-slot clamps, but I need a few more clamp pieces with a bit more adjustment for different clamping distances. I whipped these up in CorelDRAW and set them up to cut out of 3/8-inch plywood. Now I'm finally all set up for clamp-based work holding. I'm glad that I can run the machine without the screaming vacuum blower. Now I don't feel so bad about running the machine at night while the rest of the family is sleeping. Sorry. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go ahead and follow my affiliate links. Do all of the stuffs. And I will see you next time. See you later.